Jeremy, I'll jump in there. Matt said earlier today that he said you were great at halftime. Did you have something particular to say or do during that time?
Just take ownership in my play and how we were playing as a back seven. We made a lot of mistakes that we can't really make to win football games in this league, and I feel that that started with me, and it did. So I wanted to acknowledge that to my teammates and really restart with a better mentality going into the second half because third quarter is somewhere we really we're trying to improve in.
I mean, are there any particular portions of it you'd care to share or that you recall?
Nothing specific. Just getting my teammates rallied. It's a really emotional game. You can't really play the game mad, but you can definitely play with an edge. So just keeping that edge, but also locked in and ready to continue to go back out there and play a football game.
Any more questions for Jeremy?
Yeah, I've got one. Hey, Jeremy. Hold on, start my video here. Wondered if what particular part of your game sounds like you were a little disappointed maybe. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but where specifically?
Yeah, just some of the communication things in the 2 minute towards the end of the half when they went down and kicked that field goal. Just some communication errors that starts with me that can't happen.
Any more questions for Jeremy?
Yeah, I've got one more. You guys defensively had a pretty solid year by most measures. You haven't gotten a lot of takeaways, especially of late. What do you think why is that? Is it kind of the pass rush, the back end, or some combination?
I really can't point to why that is, but that's definitely something that we have to do to win football games. We have to be able to take the ball away. We have to be able to make interceptions, force fumbles, get to the ball, punch out the ball. I can't look and say it's a pass rush or anything like that, but I do understand that that's how you win football games in this league.
All right, let's go to Mike Solarte.
Hey, Jeremy, can you see me okay? Hear me okay?
Yeah, I can see. I got
cool.
you.
A lot of people forget that you're only just a couple of years into your NFL career. So do you feel that you're kind of growing into a leadership role when you kind of take charge of things and, at halftime and maybe try to pump guys up? And you have great leaders in the room already and veterans like, Shaq and Hassan and Burns and so on. But do you feel like you're kind of assuming some of those roles just based on how you're kind of growing as a player?
Yeah, absolutely. I pride myself in, the way that I play, the way that I carry myself. And I think it's now time for me to carry that torch and leave an impact not just for my play, but the people around me as well, and elevate their game any way I can.
And is that something you just kind of did on your own, or has anyone kind of encouraged you into that role, or are you just kind of taking the reins on your own?
Yeah, I've been encouraged a lot. I've been encouraged by my teammates, my coaches, and myself as well. It's something I take a lot of pride in. Yeah.
We got time for a few more. Let's go to Will Palacic, followed by David Newton.
Hey, Jeremy, you made the one play in the backfield, and you've had a couple of those types of plays when you're up closer to the line of scrimmage. Has the change to the being at safety impacted your ability to make more game-changing plays on the field?
No, it has not. Even though I may not be the person every time that makes a play, my communication and the way I conduct the back end, it really makes things available for my teammates and all around the defense. So it may not show up for me statistically or explosive plays, but I feel like I'm still impacting our defense in a large way.
Hey, Jeremy, David Newton here. Good to see you. You're talking about you can't. It's an emotional game. You can't play the game mad, but you can play with an edge. Yesterday, Shaq was talking about how the frustration had mounted. Did you sense that players were playing mad and not with just an edge? That they were using that energy the wrong way, or kind of fill us in on that?
No, I don't feel that way at all. Yeah, I didn't hear Shaq say that, but really just that was more of the locker room halftime conversation. Talking to some of the DBs and things like that. You could tell, just them driving the ball down right before halftime. It kind of sucks the life out of you a little bit, and you can tell the energy is a little off. But you can't play this game mad. It's too emotional of a game. You just got to play with an edge, because I mean, the minute you play mad, you make a play, or you're not mad anymore. So then how are you playing? You know what I mean? So you got the edge with you.
And Matt also was talking about he felt like the intensity and how hard you guys played was a good example of just how strong the locker room is, because you guys hadn't given up. Can you kind of elaborate on what you think of that?
About how hard we played yesterday?
Is that an example of this is not dissent? There's not back and forth in the locker room. I mean, that you guys are sticking together, even though you've lost a lot of games in a row.
Yeah, this team's gonna fight with each other, until the clock says zero. We believe in each other. We don't ever want to let each other down. We always have each other's back. So that's one thing we'll always do. We'll always play with our backs against the wall in full speed.
Thank you.
All right, let's wrap it up with Jonathan Alexander.
Hey, Jimmy, I was a little bit late. I wonder what precipitated that conversation that you were talking about at halftime.
The 2-minute drill specifically, that's where I rooted from. Just communication-wise, not just executing our assignments well enough to be able to go down there and have a stop. And I felt like that started with me.
And were you the one who started that, I guess, conversation at halftime? I mean, did you start that?
Yeah.
So, like, what prompted you in particular? What do you normally do that? Have you normally been that person to do that?
I've never really been super outspoken, but I felt I had the opportunity. I feel like I had really the responsibility more than the opportunity, but more the responsibility, because I felt like the things that were going wrong, a lot of it started with me, and my communication was not at the level that I hold myself to, or that my teammates hold me to, and that's where that rooted from.